Welcome to another episode where we get you closer to so many countries, their cultures, their communication styles, their leadership, their currency, everything that you need to know to connect better and do business. And don't be afraid to connect with them at a personal or professional level. My name is Mona with Monalu International, and I work with organizations and leaders seeking to enhance their cultural awareness, cultural intelligence, what we call CQ, so they can increase productivity, profitability, harmony, and team performance. Today, we're moving to a different direction, another continent. Yay! How beautiful it is to be moving around the world while sitting in your place. Technology is so wonderful. But let's dive in. We are going to go, we're going to Peru, South America. Let's start with the capital. What do we want to know? The capital is Lima. Roman Catholicism is the official religion in Peru. Catholics constitute about 85% of the population. 11% of the Peruvian society is evangelical. 4% of the population is comprised of Adventists, Jehovah's Witnesses, and Israelite of the New Universal Pact, and the Mormons. Other minority religions include the Baha'i Faith, Judaism, and Islam. Government. A democratic republic is divided into 25 regions. The president is the head of the state and government and is elected for a period of 5 years. The president designates the prime minister, who advises the president in the election of the councils of ministries. The Congress is made up of 130 members. Ethnicity: 45 of the inhabitants are Amerindians, like America, Amerindians. 37% is mestizos of Spanish and Amerindian ancestry. 15% white, 3% black, Asian, or other races. South America, we are going to not assume it, but it is a reality, fact. Spanish is the national language, although many Peruvians speak Quechua or other native languages, mainly in the cities located in the highlands. Currency, the unit of currency in Peru is Nuevo Sol. It's characterized by pen, Nuevo Sol pen. The location, just in case, we'll cover that as well. Located in western South America. The country borders Ecuador and Colombia to the north, Brazil to the east, Bolivia to the southeast, Chile to the south, and the Pacific Ocean to the west. The country is divided into 3 regions. The costa, which is the coast to the west, is a tight plain, largely dry, crossed by seasonal rivers. The Sierra, highlands, is the region of the Andes, including the Altiplano, which is plateau. The third region is the selva, jungle, a flat area covered by the Amazon rainforest that extends to the east. almost 60% of the country's area is located within this region. Industrial and urban development is concentrated mainly in the capital, Lima, and inhabited by maybe 8 or more million people. Other major cities include Arequipa, Trujillo, Chiclao, Piura, Iquitos, Cusco, Chimbote, and Huacayo. The origins of the Peruvian society can be traced back to ancient cultures starting from the Norte Chico civilization, one of the oldest in the world, to the Inca Empire. The Spanish Empire conquered the region in the 16th century and established viceroyalty, which included most of its South American colonies. The country's economy, or the country's economic performance, has been linked to export, mainly copper, gold, zinc, fish meal, and textiles. Its main trading partners are the United States, China, Brazil, and Chile. Another important industry sector is construction. Peru is organized into 3 different social classes. The upper class is a minority, mainly found in Lima, and comprises of 30% of the total population. The middle class is made up of workers and professionals that depend on salary or depend on a salary or salaries. It comprises 60% of the total population. The workers and peasants form the lower class. Most live in the Pueblo Jóvenes, or the shanty towns. The peasants' main activity is agriculture. Let's move to business and social etiquette. This is what we want to know, right? Working with Peruvian, be prepared to start your meetings later than the agreed hour. And I'm laughing because I'm thinking of so many incidents where I had to wait for quite some time, or I made an appointment and it just didn't show up on time. And I got used to it. I mean, you just have to explain yourself. But some Peruvians take time in a flexible manner and arrive late. Some people arrive at the hora peruana, Peruvian time. It would be a good suggestion to allow more time for a business meeting. However, as a visitor, always try to arrive on time. It happened to me a few times, but I had to make sure that I emphasize on arriving on time, because everyone's time is valuable. So if I am going there and making all efforts to be there on time, I think it's just all about reciprocity. So if the culture is not used to being on time, I would suggest that you mention it politely and just make sure before you finish the conversation or you hang up the phone, you just say, is it your time or my time? So I would love to start on time and finish on time. That way people can understand that you have a high value of time. Let's see something else. Peruvians put a great emphasis on relationship building, just like many countries do. They try to get to know their counterparts before making any deals. Peruvians will usually take you to restaurants to eat Peruvian food and to get to know you better. Peruvians are very proud of their cuisine. Some food is spicy, so be sure to ask how spicy a specific dish is. I had clients from Peru, and they invited me to their homes, and they cooked. I mean, it was so delicious. I loved the food that they made. And there are some restaurants here in town. There's a Peruvian restaurant that I visited a few times, and the food, I can tell you, the food is really good, especially the homemade ones. So be prepared to indulge. It is important to arrange meetings with the top executives because the decisions are made at the top. Take into consideration that many companies follow a hierarchy. Personal contacts and networks are very important when you want to do business in Peru. If you start a friendship with an executive, he or she might be able to share his or her connections, which will enable you to generate more business. They will tell you that they know another person that can help you in order to close a deal. So therefore, it is important to create friendships with the Peruvian executives. And I think you will find this in so many other countries when it comes to business dealings, even in the horizontal societies. So take a note of that. Meetings should be arranged and confirmed. You should try to avoid meetings during the month of January and March because it is the summer season. Executives usually work until 12 o'clock on Fridays because many companies establish the horario de verano, which is summer's schedule, and work shorter periods of time. Business cards should be formally presented at every new introduction after the handshake. It is best to have one side in English and the reverse side in Spanish. A handshake is the standard greeting when a relationship has been established. Expect a hug, or if you are a woman, expect a kiss on the cheek. Males usually wear suits and ties. Women usually wear suits or dresses. Let's see. Business. Business is conducted formally, and it may require several meetings in order to close a deal. For Americans, I'm going to tell you this right now. Don't expect to use the same approach that you use here at home. Like quick, let's close. That's not going to happen. You have to take time. It may require several meetings to close a deal. Peruvians like to build relationships before negotiating an agreement. It is vital for you to take time to get to know them very well. It is important to use señor or señora, followed by the father's last name during the initial meeting. Later, they will invite you to use their first names. It creates a closer relationship. There is a possibility that they might ask information about your family. Peruvians try, in many cases, to link their professional lives with their private lives. Today, the majority of executives speak English, so you should have no problem. However, it would be a great idea if you could speak some Spanish. It is considered a nice gesture if you try to speak the language. Many people from Latin American countries, including Peruvians, like physical proximity. So don't be afraid. Don't be nervous if someone is getting closer to you or entering your space. What you call your personal space is just the nature of the culture. Again, in language, you always use señor, señora, Mr., Mrs., or Miss, unless otherwise invited. Let me test your Spanish. How are you on Spanish? Good? Not good? Well, let's try. Let's explore. Well, You may know hello is hola, good morning, buenos días, buenas tardes for good evening. Goodbye, we'll say adios. Yes, sí, no is no. Please, we'll say por favor. Gracias for thank you. De nada, well, you're welcome, or un placer. Or, there's so many ways you can say it. I don't understand. When you don't understand, just say it. You don't understand. No entiendo. Por favor, dígalo en otra manera. Say it in another manner, another fashion. Yo no entiendo. I guess we'll stop here for today. We did practice our Spanish. We went over the main highlight of Peru. Hopefully, we will do another detailed episode on Peru, and we'll talk a lot more about communication leadership and all the good stuff that you need to know to do good business with Peruvian. Until next time, stay safe, stay connected, and go out and meet someone that you have never met, does not look like you, doesn't sound like you, and not your ethnicity, not your color, not your religion, not your beliefs, not your lifestyle. You will be amazed what you can learn. Take care.